I really want this fight.
One last thing, Thomas. You know, before the fight started, we showed.
Oh, they show 130 up there. Mayweather had to lose 3/4 of a pound. We talked about the difference in height, 5'8.5" to 5'7.5" in Serrano's favor, and a slight advantage in the reach. How much does that half-inch reach mean, Larry?
It all depends how quick you are. If you're quick, the reach is an advantage. If you're not, then it don't mean anything.
Bob Sheridan, Larry Holmes, the heavyweight champion here on the Non-King Sports and Entertainment Network. We're all set for the WBA Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. The principal, Samuel Serrano, Roger Mayweather. This is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association and the Puerto Rico Boxing Commission. The rules for the championship fight, 10-point must-scoring system. The scoring is being done by the referee and 2 judges. They're wearing 8-ounce championship gloves. Round 1 underway. That's Roger Mayweather in the black trunks and Sam Serrano in the red trunks. The mandatory 8 count is in effect after the knockdowns. It must take the 8 count. A man cannot be saved by the bell except in the 15th round, which of course signifies the end of the match. Headbutts inside of 3 rounds is declared a technical draw. The champion retains the title in that case. If there's a headbutt after 3 rounds, the man ahead on points is the winner. Scoring is based on 4 factors: clean hits, effective aggressiveness, defense, and ring generalship. Third man in the ring, Isidro Rodriguez of Venezuela, and this is his 14th championship fight. So that sets the stage. We're really doing the same thing as the fighters are doing, and that's kind of feeling out the way the pace of this fight is about to go. Again, Serrano in the red trunks, Roger Mayweather in the black trunks.
Bob, Roger got the good jab. He doubles up on the jab, he throws it to the body, he throws it to the head, and he gets you looking for that jab, and then he drops the right hand and the left foot behind. It's very good boxing.
The story down here where Samuel Serrano is from this area, they're saying that Roger Mayweather must assert himself. Larry, you fought in strange places, strange countries against fellows that were hometown favorites. And in a case like this, you must go out and take the championship away. You can't wait. And Serrano being a counterpuncher, all the more reason why Mayweather has got to come out and attack.
Yes, he does. He got to come out and attack, but I don't think this fight's going to go the distance, Bob. I think Roger Mayweather is going to do a number on it because he's determined. He got that look on his face, and he's doing what he got to do. Right hands to the body, jabs to the body, jabs upstairs. He's feeling very confident.
Well, so far, Serrano is doing exactly what he always does, and that's just stay back, stay back. He doesn't force the fight. He is an excellent counterpuncher. When you hear the hooting and hollering here, anything that Serrano does at all, they'll cheer for. But don't be misled by the way the crowd cheers here tonight. And Larry and I will try to distinguish between the cheering of the crowd and what's actually happening as far as heavy blows in the fight. We're just underway here in round 1, and the closing minute now of round 1, and the WBA Junior Lightweight Championship.
What Serrano is doing is staying out of the way of Roger's punches. He's using the ring side to side and whatnot, and he tries to get one in every now and then. I think this is a filling out round for Serrano.
Mayweather came in excellent shape, as he'd have to be. We mentioned the humidity at the top of the show. A couple of left hooks there. Really the most action, most combinations of series of punches at all in the fight.
Those punches were picked off a little bit, Bob. And Roger's going to throw those left hooks just to set him up for a right hand. Roger's very smooth, very patient.
Round 1 is by the board. And we'll go across the way into the corner of Sam Serrano. This is his 18th world title fight. He won the title in 1976 from Ben Villafort, as you all remember. This, as we told you, is the 14th title defense. He lost the title a couple of years ago to Yasuni Uhara. That was in 1980, but he retained the title from that very same man in 1981. He quit school at the age of 14 to start his amateur boxing career, and he won a 118-pound title here in Puerto Rico in '69. Then he turned pro. Married, has a couple of kids, and he's fighting for the biggest purse in his career, and that's $300,000. He's the world champion, Samuel Serrano. All right, coming up, round 2. How would you score round 1, Larry?
I'll have to get that to Mayweather. He was more effective, do more combinations, and he was aggressive. So I'll have to get that to Roger Mayweather.
Now we see Serrano begins to pick up a bit more of the pace and roughhouse it a bit, but Mayweather wants no part of it and really attacks right back. Mayweather really isn't going to allow Serrano to get set here at all, is he, Larry?
This is what Mayweather have to do. He got to take control. He got to show the champion no respect. And if the champion want to win this fight, he got to come out there like he want to win. Right now, he's just pacing himself, running around the ring. And you cannot win a fight like this. The champion should have control at all times. He's first.
Serrano hasn't done that, and again, being a counter-puncher type fighter, even though maybe here he might have, with the international panel, he still may have a better shot at being a favorite by the judges who just can't help the fact that they're from the Latin American area. But by the same token, you make the things very, very clear to everyone watching this that Mayweather has got to continue to do what he's done in this round. That's really established well. I thought in round one he didn't come on as quick as he should have.
Serrano got a slapping left hook that Mayweather got to watch out for. He just threw it that time and missed. He got under. But he got to keep his right hand up a little bit and not rush his punches. Punches will come. See, right now he's rushing the punches. Nothing really landing. That was that left hook I was saying that Serrano throws.
You think right now he's wasting a lot of leather because a lot of that stuff isn't landing?
But right now he's setting it up way short. He's measuring it, taking his time. That's good. But once you get in the corner, you just throw punches, I know what he's doing. That's no good. But once you measure the guy and then let it go like that, he's doing a good job.
Now the referee, Rodriguez, just warned Serrano about hitting on the clinches. In other words, when he comes in to break them up, he doesn't want anyone to continue to throw punches. And it's a good thing to see the referee take command because I got an idea this could be a brawl before it's over.
Yes, it could be. And Roger's throwing right hand after right hand. He really wants it, but he's got to take his time to set up that right hand because he's not fighting the enemy out there. He's fighting the champion. Serrano should stay out of the corners. He shouldn't be up against the ropes when he's fighting Roger because Roger is a good puncher, a good finisher, good right hand lander.
He landed probably the best punch. You've seen a lot of punches land, but that right hand that Larry said was a good right hand. It was a solid right to the head area of Serrano, and it may have taken a bit of a toll, but Serrano just slightly, ever so slightly rubbery on the legs right now. He's bouncing around now to try and get some of that elasticity, as you might say, back in the knees. So you can see just the way he bent over that he wasn't in total control there. One thing he doesn't want to do, as Larry Holmes pointed out, is get caught on the ropes, and he continues to let Mayweather control the pace of the fight, which is a bad thing for a champion to do anytime.
Mayweather got to shorten his punches up a little bit because he's reaching with that right hand.
Larry, his younger brother Jeffrey happens to be fighting up in Michigan someplace as round 3 begins. What effect does that have on a fighter when your family's there?
Well, it shows you want to prove something to your family. You don't want to go back to your mother with a loss. You want to go back to a win. So I think it helps a little bit if your mother can handle it, to accept the pressure or the outcome of whatever happens.
But of course, Serrano has his family here too because he lives right here in Puerto Rico. We're in round 3 of the scheduled 15-round WBA Junior Lightweight Championship fight. A lot of action in round 2. Round 1 kind of a feeling out round. Mayweather trying to force the fight. Serrano, I wouldn't call him real effective at this point, but he's certainly shown that he has a left hand that can do some damage later on down the line because he has gone the distance. And don't forget, he's defended this title 14 times successfully.
Roger got a tendency of dropping his left hand in close. And this is so good because Serrano's throwing right hands right over and they're just barely missing Roger.
Mayweather carries his left hand a little low, too. I mean, he's kind of open right now for a sneaky right hand, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's quick with that, Bob, and he can get away with it. Some fighters are more comfortable with their hands down low. I know I am very comfortable with my hands down low. And so Roger is learning to be comfortable, but he don't have the experience. But it's good for him, but it's not really good for him.
In other words, you can get away with it if you have the quick hands, but there's very few heavyweights that have ever had hand speed like yours. Maybe Floyd Patterson and, of course, Ali had great hands in his prime.
Well, Roger's going too, Bob. He's throwing body punches. He's trying to get Serrano to bring his hand down so he can go up top. Because he's blocking very well.
Nice uppercut inside there.
That was a good shot in there.
Do you think Mayweather is doing what he has to do? He's staying on. He sort of is controlling the fight. He's controlling the pace of it at least.
Yes,
landing more blows.
Mayweather is doing what he has to do, but he got to do it for 15 rounds. That's the question. Can he do it for 15 rounds?
Well, they tell us, Billy Baxter was telling me the other day, his manager, that he's gone 15 rounds 4 times in training. So if that's any indication, he's been down here, I guess, about 10 days in Puerto Rico and training in this heat and humidity. He should be ready for it, would you say?
Yes, but in training is different, Bob. And one thing you don't want to do is go 15 rounds in training because in the heat, it takes so much out of you. And you leave it all in the gym. You don't want to leave it in the gym. You want to bring it in the ring. And that way you can be able to explore from there.
Well, that's certainly a different view, and you should know. Good shot there. All right, we get the idea that there's a war going on here now. Here in round 4. Bob Sheridan with Larry Holmes of the Don King Sports and Entertainment Network and Roger Mayweather and Sam Serrano doing their job in the ring. We got a brawl on hand here, and Isidro Rodriguez, the referee, has his hands cut out, making sure it stays clean because it's a rough fight. Roger Mayweather, the aggressor in the black trunks, and Samuel Serrano, the champion in the red trunks. He's been a great champion, but he's got all he can handle tonight.
Roger is throwing a lot of punches. Some of those punches are getting in, but he got to be very careful because Serrano is throwing punches back.
Serrano's just starting to come back now. The crowd here in San Juan comes to their feet anytime Serrano does anything. When Serrano went after him with that wild right hand there, it doesn't seem to shake Mayweather. He's got a lot of poise and polish for a guy that's only had 14 professional fights, Larry.
Yes, he does. And what he's doing, he's getting under that right hand that Serrano is throwing, and it don't really have any effect. And Roger's landing punches while he's missing.
Can these guys be throwing punches from the hip and from the back of their shoulder and really cutting loose for 15 rounds in this heat?
Yes, they can if they have that determination. And right now, these guys are fighting for their life.
Serrano throws the left hook, tries to put more with it, but Mayweather comes right back. Mayweather's tough, Larry. There's no two ways about it.
Yes, he is, but he's getting hit with some left hook, and he got to keep his hand up. These guys are fighting, Bob.
We knew it was going to be a good one, the WBA Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. And we've got a good one on hand here, believe you me.
Rogers is doubling up on the left hook and the right hand. He's doing a lot of good things in there, Bob, but he's fighting a pro in there that ties him up and hold him and keep those punches from landing.
Serrano knows exactly what he's doing in tying him up.
Right. Serrano is landing punches on top of the head because Roger is ducking under it. But Roger's still strong. He's coming back throwing punches.
Here, Bob Sheridan with Larry Holmes. We're back live here. Hiram Bithorn Municipal Stadium in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The WBA Junior Lightweight Championship. Round 5 coming up. 4 was a better round for Serrano. He really showed that he's champ and is not going to be pushed around.
Yeah, he got to do that, Bob, because if he don't do that, he's going to lose his title. He got to come out there fighting. He cannot let Roger take the place from him.
Oh, good right hand. Maybe the best for Mayweather. Good shot lands into the head of Serrano.
See what Roger's doing, he's still waiting for that 1-2 punch. And he can't use that one. He got to get back to the basics, the jab. Good right hand over top of the jab that time Roger lands. So he just got to keep that jab going and stop looking for that 1-punch knockout.
I think the important thing that you pointed out, Larry, is that Serrano is just too slick for this one-punch sort of thing. He's been there too many times, you know? Guy that's been to the well that often knows what he's doing.
If he's been there, Bobby, no doubt about it. He's been champion. Good punches by Roger, right over top of the jab with Serrano. Roger's using the counter punch. Now, just to offset him a little bit, Bob, he do something different.
Serrano didn't look like in the first couple of rounds like he was warmed up, and I had the fight after 4 scored dead even, so it's almost a brand new fight here. And don't forget, unless this Mayweather can take the fight away decisively, Serrano is going to regain the title tonight. So Mayweather's got to continue what he's doing. Midway through round 5, as you see there.
What Roger's doing now, Bob, like I said, he's waiting. And he's waiting to counter, and that might not be good. What I think he should do is push this guy because he's older, and Roger is younger, so maybe he can make him succeed with this heat. The heat is very high here, especially under the lights.
Not only is it hot, but a tremendous humidity factor. It's got to be in the 90s here. We're just sitting here, and you're in shape, and you're sweating. We won't say what I did. But the fighters definitely are in great shape, and they need to be for a night like this. Samuel Serrano, the WBA junior lightweight champ in the red trunks, to the left of your screen, the challenger, Roger Mayweather, a game challenger he is. He wants the title bad.
Good right hand again by Roger. Roger's waiting to counter. See, what he should do is keep that jab. That way he'll keep the punches from coming at him. Roger throws a good right uppercut inside, too.
Closing seconds now of round 5.
Good right hand by Roger.
Real good right hand at the end of that round.
You guys fought a little bit after the bell, Bob, but Roger ended with the best punch. The right hand landed.
How would you score that round, Larry? I'm kind of up in the air.
Well, I might be biased, but I think Roger landed more punches because the other guy waited a little bit as Roger waited, but he was countering punches. So I got to go along with Roger on that, just by a little bit.
We've got a replay of a pretty good right hand earlier in the round. Let's see just how good it was when it landed. Bang! That one snapped his head all right, Larry.
And these punches would take a toll.
And now we show you the flurry at the end of the round. Right hand there that scored, too.
See, what Roger's doing is letting people get to him because when Serrano throws punches, the crowd cheers, even the punches don't land. Right. Roger cannot let that bother him.
Fairly even fight to this point, in our scorecards anyway. Larry and I are always within a point or two of each other. I've got a dead even right now, but again, we caution you folks that may be scoring along with us at home. We're using the 10-point must system. Don't forget, we're fighting in the champion's backyard here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So Roger Mayweather has got to continue what he's been doing to this point, and even then some. He's got to land some real flush blows to make it look decisive, if in fact he is to win this fight. He's come to fight, there's no question about it. There's a good combination, good uppercut.
This is what Roger got to do. Got to take his time, just like he's doing. Don't go crazy in there. Set him up, push him off with the jab, and shoot that right hand. Don't go crazy. Just throw him in there, really easy. They might not look like nothing, but they hurt.
Last time out, Mayweather fought Elmer Suttington in St. Joe, Missouri, and only went 2 rounds.
Right. I'm sorry, Bob. I'm excited. Roger's landing good right hands and left hook, and this is what he got to do. Serrano's in there on that corner, landing there on the corner, and Roger takes advantage of it. And this is what Serrano is doing in the fight.
Oh, a good right hand scored that time, Larry. Serrano tries to fight back gamely, but again, Mayweather, the bobbing and moving of his body is slipping those punches of Serrano, and that's what he has to do. Serrano goes for the back of the head. Mayweather just laughs at him. And maybe when this happens, Larry, the challenger's getting a little more confident.
Yes, he is. Serrano is cut above the left eye, Bob, from a right hand, I think, from Roger Mayweather. Just to show you, Don King always puts on a good show. And these people here is enjoying this fight. I know I am, Bob.
I am too. I get excited for all championship fights, but this one you've got the kind of action you had in the Gomez-Lupe Pintor fight, the Hearns fight. You've got some real good action here. And don't forget, coming up in the next 6 weeks to 2 months, he's got plenty more. Good right hand, get through that time.
I'm sorry, Bob.
You're all right.
Right on the cut of the eye, too. Right on the cut.
Referee Isidro Rodriguez says, keep him up. Larry picked up that cut over the left eye. That's on the eye of Serrano.
Rogers teeing off on that eye. Another one right on that. Open it up again, Bob.
2 real good shots.
Good uppercut by Rogers. But Rogers looks like he's getting a little tired, Bob. He's a little bit fatigued now. He don't have that zip that he had earlier.
All right, the bell sounds, ending round 6. Material on the face and around that eye, it could be a bad cut. Round 7 coming up here.
What they could use, Bob, is a good one for that cut. If they get some magic glue, try to keep it shut.
Samuel Serrano, the champion of the world in this junior lightweight division, has his hands full with the challenger Roger Mayweather.
Right hand by Roger. Serrano keeps shaking the head. No, they don't hurt, but they hurt.
Another real good shot. Larry, I don't know who's more excited here tonight, you or me.
We're easing it out. That right hand landed right on top of that cut, Bob. Started to open up a little bit, but they did a good job over there on that corner.
If you think I get excited when I'm calling a fight like this because it is an excellent fight, you should see me when you're in there.
I got the tape, Bob.
We're in round 7 of the WBA Junior Lightweight Championship. Samuel Serrano from right here in Puerto Rico entertaining Roger Mayweather, and Mayweather has come to fight. Opened up a cut in the 5th round over that eye of Serrano, and the 6th round nailed it real good again. They've got some kind of substance, I'll call it, over that eye, and I'm not really sure what it is, nor is Larry.
On the ear, too, Bob, on Serrano's ear. It looks like it's bleeding. Maybe it'd be a cut on his ear. Now from the right hand.
Now, you mentioned something about the type of gloves they're wearing, that they have a tendency because of a stitch in it to cut.
That's right. The Reyes gloves, they always cut. I don't use those gloves, Bob. I don't like them. They're what you call puncher's gloves.
Pace has slowed down just a bit here in round 7. Mayweather still looking for, as you pointed out way back in the 1st and 2nd round, for that one shot that he can really take Serrano out with.
Serrano is not really doing anything now, Bob. He's waiting and waiting. And every time Mayweather throws a punch, Serrano reacts to it.
That punch did nothing. The crowd started to come to its feet, and Mayweather just picked it off.
Mayweather got to just use his jab and do what he's got to do. Forget about that right hand right now, because it'll come.
Both fighters, even at this stage in the 7th round, in excellent shape. Serrano scores with the right hand, but it doesn't affect Mayweather. Referee Rodriguez.
Good right hand. That hurt.
I'm in trouble. Another right hand, following up with combinations. And luckily for the champion Serrano, the bell sounds before he had the opportunity to really get in some serious trouble. The one punch got through, and now we're trying to slip into the corner here of the champion. You see them working profusely on the eye now. Show you the replay of just what happened at the end of the round. Bang, a good shot,
right
and a
right
real
there,
good
Bob.
right hand, Larry, is right.
That second right hand did the job on him. The bell saved him.
Bell really did save him. Mayweather had him in a lot more trouble than what they showed. This shows you a full body shot. Now you see the legs really wobbly in the knees. You see him wobble on the left leg, on the front leg, and he's really bouncing back awkwardly, and it's plenty of trouble here. But fortunately for Serrano, unfortunately for Mayweather, the bell sounds here to save the action. Had he gone down, by the way, the scoring of the WBA, the count continues in every round with the exception of the 15th round. Still wobbly on his feet, I would say, is Samuel Serrano.
What Mayweather have to do, he got to come back out and do the same thing. He got to box his way into that position to take him out. He can't throw them headshots to try to take him out. That shot will come. All he has to do is use that jab and get himself in that position again, Bob.
Mayweather scores another good right hand. Serrano is doing everything he can to make a fight of it now, but I wonder just how much that right hand in the 7th round took out of him.
He's against the ropes. That's where he don't belong. Like I mentioned earlier, Bob, he should move around and stay off the ropes because he's right in the corner, and this is what Mayweather does his job.
Mayweather looks like he's loading up now, waiting to get off of that right hand.
That's right.
There it is. Bang, another one. The left follows up. Serrano knows how to cover up, but the right hand gets through.
Bobby, if you notice, that's the way I measure him. Roger's been watching my film.
Serrano looks very rubbery in the legs and in the knees. Mayweather's eyes are so clear. Works downstairs on the left, trying to get a bit of punching room. This is where the experience of the champion shows. And Mayweather is tagged with a right hand and another right hand.
Like I said earlier, Bob, Mayweather keep his left down, and you can't keep his left down because he's throwing everything he got. He's desperate now. You got to get out there and use the jab and do what he's been doing.
Mayweather's in big trouble. His legs have gone rubbery. Who's got the biggest heart, Larry? This is what this is going to prove. These guys have been hurt.
Serrano's in trouble again now, Bob. Serrano's holding on. He's hurt. Mayweather caught him with a good punch. He shakes his head no, but he's hurt. He's hurt.
He says he's not hurt. He says he's aware.
No, he's hurt. He's desperate, Bob. He's throwing everything he got. He's home.
That's it. I don't think he'll get up. I don't think he's going to be able to get up, Larry. The count's up to 3, and 4, and 5, and 6. They say no.
They stop it,
7, 8. That's against the rules. But the referee says no way. He's not going to continue. He finally calls it a TKO. They came out from Samuel Serrano's corner. They did not want him to get hurt, and the referee has stopped the fight. Confusion inside there.
Roger Mayweather landed right hand,
but he is the new WBA.
He's wearing black trunks trimmed with white. He weighed in at 100 and...
He does have the title. And Esparragoza, the top-rated WBA challenger out of Venezuela.
Holding the national flag up, obviously.
And let's take a look at the numbers on Esparragoza. Esparragoza, 26. They've both been fighting professionally since '81. Esparragoza, 3 years older.